Hey guys, what's up? It's Willy B or Enemine here. Today we're going to be going over the feature updates of Player Emotes Pro 2.8.0. I've recoded the plugin from scratch just to kind of fix up some things and make it more efficient and work better with future updates and future features. Some of the main features we're going to go over today is the new database tracking. We've added favorite emotes, menu customization, material particle sound selection and menus, modular configuration, tab autocomplete, action bar that doesn't use an API anymore, and killing entities after a restart or a reload. So we'll start with database. So if we go in and do emotes top, we will see the most the most used emotes on the server. We can also do player top or P top, and that'll give us Enemine's most used emotes. And we can also do emotes top, and we can check for each different category. So we can go into, for example, default or Christmas or actions, summer, or whatever. We're going to do default because that's where most of them are anyways, and we'll see them there. And then we can do emotes top users, and this will show us who's using the emotes the most. Me with 99, Nicole Rivers with 3. And then we can also do emotes P top. You can also specify a player. So we'll just specify myself again just for demonstration's sake, but you could specify players there. And then also with that, you can have them sort in emotes menu by uses. So backflip being the most used, fish, applaud, chill, that kind of stuff. And dab isn't in here. While dab is the most used, it's not, where was it? Yeah, dab is the most used emote, but it's not in default, so it won't show up in here as first. But backflip, fish, applaud, chill. Backflip, fish, applaud, chill. So there's that, and these will update. There's a cooldown in the configuration file where you can configure how frequently or how often they will update. Next, we're going to go over favorite emote, and there's a couple of different ways of setting this up. So we can do fave emote and then pick an emote like die, for example. And then if you go into the emotes menu, our favorite emote will be there. And then if we do fave emote remove, we go back in there, it's nothing there. We can go in here as well though and middle click any of these. It's like applaud, and that'll set it to there, and then it'll also show there. Middle click to clear this favorite, and the default thing will tell you to middle click an emote to make it your favorite. Along with that, we have a pseudo favorite for this, so I need to set up a favorite again, and then pseudo favorite Enemine, and then it'll run Enemine's favorite emote, which is die. Next thing we're going to go over is menu customization. So if we go to emotes editor, this menu here and all the menus in Player Emotes Pro are completely editable. So what I'll do, I'm just going to do a quick little change to kind of show you that it does work. I'm going to bump it to 4 rows, move this down, move this up, change the title. So I will be right back after I do that. Okay, so I've done that, and then all we have to do to update it is emotes reload. And then we go back into emotes editor, 4 rows. We now have emote editor up top in gold. This is moved up, this is moved down, and then everything will still work as intended. So any menu that you want to do that with, you can. It's just all in the GUI.yml now. You can change the material, the name, the lore, all that kind of stuff, including the slots. There's only a few menus you can't change the slots for items for, which is the material and like the selection menus where you're selecting an item from a list, including emotes. So the next thing I want to talk about, I won't go over it too much, but we do have a modular configuration now, which means you can go in and change, and you can toggle every single feature of emotes. So you can go through every emote and say, yeah, I don't really want, holograms to be working, or I don't want, and you can go through and change everything, and you can make it so certain features show for just the player, and then certain features will show for the target as well. So you can make it so the target gets the hologram, but not the particle effect and that kind of stuff. Action bar API, and we'll just do this with, so what I'll do, plugins, and we can see the plugins on the server: holographic displays, luck perms, placeholder API, and player emotes pro. But then we can do emote test, action bar, test, and you'll see in the action bar we now have test show up. This is made possible by 116, like player emotes, or sorry, Spigot 116. So now, if you're using 116, that'll work. There is some things that work with older versions that I've also implemented. If you don't, like if this doesn't work, it'll try another thing, and if that doesn't work, it'll just let you know in your console that you can't use action bar, because unfortunately the action bar API is outdated and just doesn't work anymore. Last thing I want to go over today, we've had some issues in the past where armor stands and item splash items wouldn't disappear after like if a reload or a restart happened. So now what we can do, let's say if I do /sit and then reload confirm while that's still running, the server will think these items should be still here, but my plugin will save the entity UIDs to a file. Don't touch that file, and then it'll delete all the entities in that file once it's rebooted. The only thing that doesn't happen is the player head if you use /reload, so don't use /reload. But what will fix that is just relogging, and then it'll take the head back away. So as long as you're not using /reload, that bug won't happen for you, and I recommend you don't use /reload. But if it does happen, as soon as a player relogs, they'll have the head taken back, and if they were wearing a helmet and you had replaced helmets on, it'll give them their helmet back. The last thing we're going to go over today is Emotes Editor. We're just going to quickly make a new emote, just so you can kind of see how that works now. So under emote, we'll go in here, and we will call it swim. And then with this one here, with the display name, we can use color codes. So we can do like &3, &O for italics, swim. You can also use capitalization and stuff. And that's how it'll show up in the menus. And then the command and the permission will automatically update. And this is before as well, but this is just a kind of quick rundown. Self and target messages, you just type them in. Placeholder of like we'll do the target one here. So invites target for swim, and that'll replace player with my name, and then target with whoever I'm targeting with it. And that'll change for, like, obviously it won't always show my name, it's just showing that it's working. Particle selection, now you have all of the particles show up in here. For the effects, we can like do heart and then particle effect, and we can select the particles from the particle menu, and it'll tell you if it has extra data like requires block, requires item, or is colorable. So if we do redstone, we do pink, that'll set it to a pink particle. Armor stands, you can change regular size, glowing, select the gesture. Each item can have its own thing, and you can go through the menu to select it. Head, we've seen this before, but we can set an eyeball. This is all here with configurable menus, so we can toggle that stuff. And then sound now also has its own menu. We'll do ambient cave there. And the material for this, we'll just do a fence, because whatever. Swim time, we could use color codes there if we wanted as well. I'm just trying to go through this really quick. And now if we go into /em and go to the rest, which is where all the default emotes go to if we didn't set a category, we can swim, there's your eyeball, the nodding, the pink heart, the bats, the glowing. We also get hit by lightning, and we're getting ambient cave sounds, which are kind of loud and spooky. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you have any questions about the plugin at all, please join my Discord server, discord.inamind.me. I try to be active in there as often as I can. I'm not as active on spigotmc.org as I should be. So if you send me a message or respond to the discussion on there, I might be a little later responding on there than I would be on here. But anyways, thanks for watching, and peace out.